Attraction isn't about tricks or manipulative tactics. It's about creating meaningful connections that leave a lasting impression. Most men tend to focus on external behaviors, thinking that showing more or acting flashy is the key to attracting women. But the truth is true. Attraction comes from within. It's about mastering the subtle elements of emotional presence, confidence, mystery, and even silence. In this video, we'll explore 7 powerful ways to cultivate deep and irresistible attraction that doesn't rely on playing games or chasing approval. Whether you're looking to enhance your relationships or simply connect on a more authentic level, these principles will help you stand out and leave a lasting impression. We'll cover how to develop presence through powerful eye contact, the art of subtle challenges that spark curiosity, and the importance of creating mystery by holding back just enough to keep her intrigued. You'll learn how silence can be a silent yet effective tool in building connection and deepening attraction. These strategies are rooted in timeless wisdom, from Stoicism, an approach that emphasizes self-mastery, emotional control, and understanding the deeper dynamics of human connection. Real attraction doesn't come from what you do, but who you are. When you shift your focus from seeking validation to mastering yourself, you'll find that genuine connections become effortless. Let's dive in and explore these transformative principles that will help you stand out and create meaningful connections. Number 1. The power of non-physical attraction. Non-physical attraction is a profound and often overlooked aspect of human connection that goes far beyond superficial appearances. It isn't about what someone looks like, but rather how they carry themselves and the energy they emit at its heart. Non-physical attraction is rooted in confidence and self-assuredness. A man who walks into a room with quiet composure, holds eye contact, and speaks with certainty naturally draws attention. His calm demeanor and steady presence signal emotional strength and stability traits that women are instinctively drawn to. Confidence isn't about arrogance or dominance, it's about self-awareness and the ability to be comfortable in one's own skin. A man who radiates confidence doesn't need to chase attention. He knows his worth, and that's self. Assured energy makes him attractive in ways that words and physical gestures often cannot. Beyond confidence, emotional intelligence plays a crucial role in non-physical attraction. A man who listens deeply, shows empathy, and understands the emotions of others, creates a connection that resonates far beyond the surface. Women are drawn to men who exhibit emotional maturity, those who can engage in meaningful conversations, ask thoughtful questions, and truly listen without interrupting. These behaviors demonstrate respect and a genuine interest in understanding the other person, fostering deeper bonds. Another key element of non-physical attraction is mystery. A man who doesn't reveal everything about himself up front creates an air of intrigue that keeps people wondering and curious. Mystery isn't about being distant or aloof, but rather about allowing others the space to discover who you are naturally. When a man withholds just enough information, he sparks curiosity, inviting others to get to know him on a deeper level. This sense of enigma builds anticipation, making the connection feel richer and more meaningful. In addition to confidence, emotional intelligence, and mystery, authenticity is crucial. A man who is genuinely himself, flaws and all, tends to stand out. Authenticity attracts others because it signals that the man is comfortable with who he is. He doesn't pretend to be someone he isn't, nor does he rely on superficial traits to gain approval. Instead, he embraces his true self, allowing his personality to shine. Through authenticity encourages openness, vulnerability, and a deeper connection with others. Women are naturally drawn to those who can show their authentic selves, which creates a sense of trust and familiarity. Lastly, non-physical attraction thrives on respect and presence. A man who respects others shows kindness and gives his full attention in conversations. Fosters an environment where others feel valued. Presence isn't about dominating a space, but rather being fully attentive and engaged. A man who can hold eye contact, listen without distraction, and create moments of stillness during conversations makes those around him feel seen and heard. Non-physical attraction is about the energy a man brings into a room, his confidence, his authenticity, his emotional intelligence, and his ability to cultivate mystery in a world where physical appearances often take center stage. Those who master these non-physical qualities stand out because they offer something deeper, a connection that resonates long after the initial encounter. Number 2. How to make her feel truly seen. To make a woman feel truly seen, it begins with the simple yet powerful act of presence. When you show up fully engaged, offering your undivided attention, you create an environment where she feels acknowledged and valued. Truly seeing someone isn't just about observing them, it's about understanding who they are beneath the surface. It starts with listening, not just to her words, but to her tone, emotions, and the subtle cues. She may not even realize she's giving. A man who makes someone feel seen pays attention to the little details, the way she shifts her gaze, the way she speaks about something she's passionate about, or the way she laughs at something small. These are the moments that reveal who she truly is, and when you notice them, you create a sense of connection that runs deeper than surface-level interactions. A key part of making her feel seen is holding space for her to express herself without interruption or judgment. It's about giving her the freedom to share her thoughts, dreams, and vulnerabilities at her own pace. When you create a safe space where she feels comfortable being authentic, she begins to trust you and let her guard down. Validation is crucial here. Acknowledging her feelings, desires, and perspectives without dismissing or trivializing them. This shows her that you respect who she is, both in her strengths and her uncertainties. Beyond listening and validation, making someone feel truly seen requires an understanding of emotional depth. It's not just about paying attention to what she says, but recognizing the underlying emotions behind her words. When you ask thoughtful, open-ended questions and express genuine curiosity about her experiences, you signal that you're interested in who she is as a person, asking questions that prompt deeper reflection, like what are you passionate about, or what matters most to you, invites her to share more of her inner world, creating a sense of intimacy and connection. Creating meaningful eye contact is another powerful way to make someone feel truly seen. Holding her gaze isn't about dominance or discomfort, but rather a subtle expression of attentiveness. Eye contact communicates that you're fully present, engaged, and open to whatever she has to share. When you maintain this connection, it reinforces the message that she's important and that her presence matters to you. Finally, making someone feel seen is about showing up authentically. Be genuine in your interactions and let your actions align with your words. Women are drawn to men who are self-aware, who don't need to hide behind facades or false personas. When you embrace who you are, flaws, and all, you allow her to do the same. Authenticity invites trust and intimacy, creating a space where she feels comfortable revealing her true self. In doing so, you're not just making her feel seen, you're creating a bond that's built on mutual respect, understanding, and connection. Number 3, the art of subtle challenge. The art of subtle challenge lies in the delicate balance between encouraging growth and maintaining a sense of intrigue when done right. A subtle challenge doesn't force someone to conform or change in overt ways, but instead nudges them towards self-awareness and deeper reflection. It's about planting seeds of thought, pushing gently without overwhelming and fostering a space where curiosity thrives. The goal isn't to dominate or control, but to inspire. A subtle challenge is often more powerful when it's quiet, unassuming, and presented in a way that feels natural rather than imposed. For instance, instead of telling someone what they should do, subtly suggesting or asking questions that prompt introspection can be far more effective instead of giving advice. Ask, "What do you think about that?" or "How would you approach that differently?" These types of questions create a sense of responsibility within the person, encouraging them to reflect and arrive at their own insights, rather than feeling pressured to conform to your expectations. A key component of subtle challenge is the willingness to remain patient. Growth often takes time, and the most impactful challenges occur gradually. It's not about rushing for immediate results, but about encouraging someone to look inward and see themselves with more clarity. Providing space for this reflection is crucial. When you engage with someone in a way that respects their autonomy, they're more likely to open up and take ownership of their personal journey. Another vital element of the subtle challenge is the tone and approach. A challenge delivered with arrogance or superiority rarely resonates in a meaningful way. Instead, a gentle touch combined with empathy creates a safe space for someone to explore new ideas or habits. For example, pointing out something they might not have considered in a way that doesn't undermine their current perspective allows for a shift without resistance. It's like planting a seed of doubt that blooms into self-awareness, rather than forcing them to uproot everything they believe. Subtle challenges often thrive in moments of self-reflection, encouraging someone to think beyond their immediate reactions or assumptions invites growth. For example, asking, "Have you ever considered how your actions impact others?" subtly invites introspection, sparking new perspectives. It's about creating opportunities for others to reflect and come to their own conclusions without feeling pushed or manipulated. A key part of this approach is recognizing that growth comes from within subtle challenges. Respect this inner process, trusting that the person will arrive at their own realizations in their own time. When you focus on fostering self-awareness rather than imposing change, you cultivate a deeper connection that allows both parties to evolve together. Subtle challenges also encourage humility and confidence. A man who can challenge with respect and self-assurance demonstrates a quiet strength that is often far more attractive than someone who demands obedience or validation. Confidence doesn't need to be loud. It's found in the quiet assurance of knowing one's own path. By subtly challenging someone, you inspire them to see their potential while remaining unattached to the outcome. The art of subtle challenge is rooted in the understanding that growth is an inherently personal process. It's not about control or manipulation, but about nurturing curiosity and self-awareness. When done with care and respect, these challenges create lasting change, transforming both the individual and the connection itself. Number 4, mastering the power of tone and language. Mastering the power of tone and language is one of the most overlooked yet impactful elements of attraction and connection. How you say something often carries more weight than what you say. It's not just about the content of your words, but the energy, intention, and presence behind them. A man who speaks with confidence, calmness, and control immediately stands out, as these qualities are deeply rooted in how people perceive you. Women often subconsciously pick up on subtle cues like tone and language, which signal confidence, stability, and intrigue. One of the key aspects of mastering tone is learning how to slow down and speak deliberately. A calm, steady, slightly lower voice conveys confidence and composure. When you take your time with each word, your tone becomes measured and intentional, creating a presence that is impossible to ignore. Contrast this with someone who speaks too fast, stumbles over their words, or fills pauses with nervous chatter. These behaviors signal insecurity and lack of control to master tone. Focus on slowing down and allowing your words to carry weight. Pausing at the right moments, rather than rushing to fill silence, creates anticipation and depth in your conversation. For example, instead of rushing to say, "I really like spending time with you," try this pause for a moment, meet her eyes and say, "I really enjoy spending time with you." The subtle pause before really adds depth and intentionality, making her lean in, eager to know more. Beyond tone, language plays a crucial role. The choice of words can create intrigue and foster deeper connections. Suggestive language, rather than being overtly flirtatious, entices curiosity instead of saying something obvious like "you're interesting." Try something that invites her to reflect, such as "there's something about you I can't quite figure out." This small shift creates intrigue, leaving her wondering what you truly see in her. Likewise, steering conversations away from surface-level topics to more meaningful ones enhances connection. For instance, rather than discussing generic topics like the weather, ask, "I get the feeling you've had experiences most people wouldn't believe. Care to share?" This question opens the door to deeper conversations, inviting her to reveal more of herself, which fosters genuine connection. Ultimately, mastering tone and language isn't about saying the perfect thing, but about creating a feeling. She can't ignore a confident, composed man communicates his intentions subtly, letting his words and presence speak volumes when done effectively. This mastery of tone and language turns ordinary conversations into unforgettable interactions, leaving a lasting impression that resonates long after the conversation ends. Number 5. The eyes have it. Powerful eye contact. Powerful eye contact is one of the most underrated yet incredibly effective tools in attraction. When done right, it can convey confidence, presence, and a sense of depth that words often cannot. The eyes are often referred to as the windows to the soul, and they hold an undeniable power in how we connect with others. Most people aren't used to someone truly looking at them, which is what makes eye contact so impactful. When you maintain steady, confident eye contact, you demonstrate that you are fully present, attentive, and comfortable in your own skin. This tells her that she has your undivided attention, creating a sense of intimacy and importance. However, the key is not to stare or appear confrontational, but rather to hold her gaze just a second longer than most people are comfortable with. This subtle act of patience signals confidence and self-assuredness. Imagine having a conversation with someone who continuously breaks eye contact, looking away nervously or glancing at their phone. The lack of sustained gaze can feel dismissive or disinterested. On the other hand, when you maintain eye contact and offer a slight smile, it shows that you are tuned into her, truly listening and engaging with her on a deeper level. A slight smile during these moments can further reinforce the connection, signaling warmth and openness. Holding eye contact also creates anticipation when a conversation is flowing, and there's a natural pause. Maintaining that gaze gives her space to feel the weight of your attention. When she looks away, that's often a sign that she feels the intensity of your attention, but isn't uncomfortable by it. If she glances back to see if you're still looking, it's a clear indication that you've piqued her curiosity. Additionally, eye contact is particularly powerful during moments of vulnerability or silence, when she opens up about something personal instead of rushing to respond. Holding steady eye contact while she speaks conveys that you're truly present and invested in what she's saying. This deep connection helps her feel understood and valued. Furthermore, eye contact works wonders in building trust and establishing a sense of mystery. It communicates that you're comfortable with who you are and don't feel the need to seek validation. This is highly attractive because it implies that you don't need to prove yourself or impress her with words. Instead, letting your actions and presence speak louder than anything you could say. In short, mastering the art of powerful eye contact ensures that your presence is felt, making her wonder what makes you different from others. When done correctly, it creates an unforgettable connection that leaves a lasting impression. Number 6. Building mystery. The power of being just. Out of reach. Building mystery is one of the most underrated yet powerful tools in attraction. Mystery isn't about being distant or elusive. It's about creating space and intrigue that keeps a woman engaged and curious when you're just out of reach. She finds herself wanting to learn more about you, wondering what lies beneath the surface. The key is not to reveal everything up front, as that can lead to boredom and a loss of interest. Instead, leave room for curiosity and allow her to fill in the gaps. Most men make the mistake of oversharing, trying to impress with every detail, but by doing so, they strip away any sense of mystery once everything is laid bare. There's no room for her to imagine, to wonder, to explore what makes you unique. The power of being just. Out of reach is about pacing, subtly hinting at who you are without giving away too much. For example, if she asks about your weekend, instead of providing a full play-by-play, give her just enough to spark her curiosity. A simple, "It was interesting, maybe I'll tell you about it sometime," leaves her wondering what happened. That online opens the door for further exploration, creating an atmosphere where she feels intrigued and motivated to learn more. Mystery isn't about playing games. It's about keeping things dynamic and engaging. When you lead with a sense of independence and purpose, you naturally attract women who want to be a part of your world, rather than someone who's obsessed with trying to meet all her expectations. When you have passions, hobbies, and goals outside of your interactions with her, she sees that you're a man who isn't solely dependent on her attention. This creates an attractive contrast. While most men look to her for validation, you look to yourself by doing so. She'll want to understand what drives you and why you're so secure in who you are. Another way to build mystery is to leave conversations on a high note. If you've just had a great interaction, don't drag it out endlessly. Instead, let it end on a positive note, such as, "I really enjoyed this, but I've got to run. Let's pick this up another time." By doing so, you leave her wanting more. The space you create allows for anticipation, keeping her curious and intrigued. Building mystery doesn't mean hiding who you are. Rather, it's about revealing yourself in layers. Let her discover who you are over time, piece by piece. This slow unveiling creates a connection that goes deeper than surface-level interactions. When done right, she'll be drawn to you, not because you've overwhelmed her with attention or words, but because she feels there's always more to learn. In the end, building mystery keeps her captivated, wanting to get closer while never fully figuring you out, ensuring that your presence remains unforgettable. Number 7. Mastering the art of silence. Mastering the art of silence is one of the most powerful, yet often overlooked, tools in attraction. Silence isn't about being awkward or disengaged. It's about using moments of quiet to create space and meaning in a world where people tend to fill every gap with chatter. The man who understands how to use silence effectively becomes magnetic. Silence speaks volumes. It shows confidence, calmness, and a deep sense of self-awareness. Many men feel the need to constantly fill the space with words, afraid that silence might create discomfort. But in reality, it's in those quiet moments that the real connection takes place. When you let silence linger, it gives her the opportunity to reflect, to absorb what has been said, and to feel your presence in a deeper way. A well-timed pause can convey more than 1,000 words ever could. Imagine a conversation with her, and instead of rushing to fill every gap with unnecessary words, you let the silence remain just a little longer than usual. You meet her gaze, offer a calm smile, and let the moment breathe. That silence creates anticipation. She starts wondering what's coming next, what you're thinking, what's beneath the surface. It's this space that builds curiosity, and curiosity is one of the most powerful forces in attraction. Silence also enhances the impact of your words. When she asks a question, instead of blurting out the first thing that comes to mind, take a moment to gather your thoughts. This shows her that your words carry weight and intention. For instance, if she asks, "What's something you're passionate about?" rather than rushing to answer you, pause, look her in the eyes and respond thoughtfully. "That's a great question. Let me think about how to answer it." This simple shift transforms the conversation, making her feel that her question is important and that your response isn't rushed or rehearsed. Silence is especially powerful during moments of vulnerability. If she opens up to you about something personal, avoid the urge to offer advice or change the subject. Instead, hold space for her, letting her thoughts and feelings settle. Your calm, attentive presence tells her that you're there to listen, truly understand, and be fully present. Using silence to create mystery is also crucial. If she asks about your weekend, instead of launching into a detailed story, you can respond with something like, "It was interesting, maybe I'll tell you about it sometime." Let the silence do the rest. Silence isn't about withdrawing or being passive. It's about showing restraint, confidence, and control. When you master this, you're not trying to fill the conversation with noise. You're creating a space where she feels heard, valued, and curious. The man who can balance silence with confident presence makes a lasting impression because he signals that he's secure in himself and comfortable in his own space. That kind of confidence isn't common, and women are naturally drawn to it. So while silence may seem counterintuitive when done right, it allows you to connect on a deeper level, leaving a lasting impact that she can't easily forget.